Okay, push back, strip those buffs, give me the angry buff on the HWATER. I don't know about you guys, but that damage was a little underwhelming. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. It's Bart Pancakes here, and we're back with another Epic 7 video. This time, it's a little bit of a different type of format that I haven't really done before. I just wanted to showcase how much I like this new character, Argent Waves Hwayoung, because I think she's a really good cleave unit in this current meta. This is gonna be my Hwayoung build right here. Because she does a whole AoE attack, I thought it would be great to do Torrent set on her. And then because she's a full yellow damage unit, I just went Destruction set, and I was using her own artifact before, but I don't think it's that great just because you need a fully max limit broken to have a 100% proc chance. If you don't have it 100%, you have, like, for me, I only have it plus 18, and I have a 20% chance of it not proccing, which is a chance I'm not willing to take. So because she's a thief, I decided to go for a Wind Rider, where she's gonna get that extra damage, and for protection, she can go stealth, which is good because she doesn't really have survivability in her kit. So this is the build I'm using, just straight damage, and because of the way I like to use her and draft my drafts in Guild Wars and RTA, I think 200 speed is enough speed because if you guys know me and my playstyle, I am a Frida cleaver. So I like to bridge and connect my team and CR boost my team by using Frida. So usually for my openers, if it's not Frida, who can proc her as well, I would use like ML Luna or even C Phantom Politis. And in this current meta right now, you could also use a mid because she recently got buffed with the speed EE. A lot of people are using like ML Arunka and ML Yufine. Those are great targets to bring Argent Waves Hwayoung into because going back to her passive, she hits the highest defense unit, which is great because, you know, these high defense units are kind of the meta right now. And so if you're opening up with like a ML Luna, she procs, and then if someone has like an ML Illinov on their team, you don't care about her because her passive is disabled and she's going to be able to penetrate their defense with her proc. And so I'm going to showcase to you guys kind of how I use her in RTA and in Guild Wars. Alright y'all, so for this showcase, I think the top team is going to be an ideal place to bring in the Water Haw and showcase the Aram at the same time because Aram is a counter for Harseti, and when she does proc, it's going to proc the Hwa. And since she jumps into the highest defense unit, it's going to jump into the other Hwa right here, and then hopefully will be pushed up enough to just S3 finish them off. And then I have Janua here as the contingency plan and hope that he can clean up and do whatever's needed. So you see, Hwa does her thing first, which is nice. I see my Aram is going next, but she moves first anyway, which is nice. My Hwa procs, jumps into the Hwa, like I said. And she one-shotted? I didn't expect that one-shot, but cool. Let me go ahead and soul burn this. And we also got my Wind Rider proc. So we're doing extra damage. And then I can just go ahead and, you know what? Let's go ahead and push up the Hwa again. See if she repeats it, if she cools down and procs again. Oh, she doesn't. I guess there's a cooldown for that, but it's okay. We'll just go ahead and S3 again. So yeah, this is gonna be our synergy with our new summer units together. And there's our Aram and Hwa showcase. Alright, so we're gonna do the same thing like we did last time, except, you know, they don't have a Dark Hwa on the other team. They have Mort. So I switched out the Janua for the Flan instead because Flan should be good into Mort, especially because the Janua might get stepped on and sleep. So pretty much the same team, but not really. Hopefully, the highest defense unit is the Harseti, not the Mort. So we proc here. Oh, she goes in the Sea Phantom, even better. A one shot, very nice. Let's go ahead and... yeah, let's soul burn this, why not? And we'll, maybe we'll just S1 here. Holy sack. Alright, well, we'll just go ahead and S3. Do whatever, and then the cleanup crew, or just, he'll die, yeah, sure. I didn't expect it to go that smoothly. Alright, so for this final round, I wanted to try to change it up a little bit. Most of the defenses have Harseti, and I'm like, am I really gonna do the same Aram Hwa into everything? Yeah, you can, but I just wanted to change it up a little bit. So in this case, I'm coming in here assuming that my Sea Phantom is gonna be a lot faster, and go first, push back, give everybody on my team the rage buff, and then the Hwa should proc, do some damage on this thing, hopefully one-shot the Yuffie unless it's Arius, and then we'll go from there. So I am faster, I'll go ahead and soul burn this. I hope this one-shots? It does, very nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and push up. Unfortunately, I don't get souls because of the Bellion. I don't know how much damage this is gonna do, but let's just go ahead and rip it. We have Rage, Attack Buff, and Wind Rider proc. I hope this one-shots the Sea Phantom. And it does. Very nice. She stripped off my attack buff. Hopefully this duel will be enough to finish her off. And yeah, that's my clean sweep. So as far as RTA goes, I would draft sort of like this. I always prioritize like my 2 openers, and then I lock in a bridge unit, and then 2 DPS. That's kind of like the formula I go for in my typical drafts for just trying to cleave. So in this particular case here, as long as there's a Rinnak open, I always try to pick a Rinnak because she's really strong. No matter what kind of, I guess, counters the opponent is picking, she's always good. And then I would either go Emma Luna or Sea Phantom here. In this case, Luna was banned, so I always go Sea Phantom because she's gonna give that rage buff, give some extra damage and speed. And in this case, the opponent picks an Emma Yuffie and a regular Politis, right? You would think that I'm not gonna get any CR, but this case is fine. Hwa is going to proc and hit a unit, so it wouldn't even matter if I had CR to boost up my team or not. Plus with the Sea Phantom here, she pushes the whole team back, so I still can take my turn if I'm fast enough. I don't need my Frida to push up my team just to be able to take a turn because I use a non-attack move and the Hwayoung is going to move anyway. So just to show you guys what that looks like, this is how it all played out. Rinnak does her thing. I want to prioritize hitting the FCC because we want to get rid of the mitigation ASAP. And then we have the Sea Phantom here. Because of the Frida there, I can soul burn, push everybody back. If you pay attention to the CR bar, everybody gets pushed back. Of course, the Politis is going to proc here. I'm just praying to not get Abyssal Crowned. So you see my Hwa procs there. She hits the Yuffie, the highest defense unit. And then, luckily it missed on the Hwa. So in this case, because I'm not getting CR, I'm just going to go ahead and S1 here, barrier up my team, get a little protection there, and protect my stealth units as well. So here I was a little lucky. Of course, you know, my Hwa did get stunned because of the duel with the Flan, but it's okay. The whole team on the opponent's side was so slow. Because they got pushed back, they got the slow debuff on them as well. I had enough speed to just lap around and take a turn before anyone else. So Sea Phantom can just S1 into somebody here, kill them, so I get rid of the Politis because she's going to die quickly. Because of the Arius, it disappears too. Now that the CR stopping units are gone, I could just push up and finish out the rest. So that is how that match played out. This is another case where my same team comp works really well, again, into the same Politis Yufine angle, and of course with the ML Arunka there as well. So of course the only unit that I can hit is going to be the Arunka. And then after I go through all that, I go ahead and Soul Burn push back the enemy team. And then my Hwayoung gets to proc and finish off the Arunka here, assuming she's the highest defense unit, of course. Of course, the Politis procs too. And then, like I said, I'm not getting any CR here, so I'm gonna go ahead and barrier up my team and protect them. Also, I got lucky in this case that the Luna is kind of slow. So she's not, you know, moving ahead of my team and using any skills to hurt them. So again, because of the elemental difference here, I'm just banking on Hwa to not die, but for some reason they went on the Renak instead, which is okay because she already did her job. And again, lucky that my Hwayoung missed, so from here I just go ahead and Soul Burn S3, get that damage off and finish everyone off. And that's what the damage looks like. So generally speaking, for any situation where there's going to be a very tanky defense scaling unit, I like to bring Hwayoung into that. So here they have the Yufine. It doesn't really matter to me that I want to push up my team because instead I could just push them back. In this case with the Sea Phantom Politis or whatnot, and my Hwayoung is going to proc with my non-attack moves. So you know how people would always bring in a Karina into a cleave situation? In this case, I don't know why they last pick Karina into Hwayoung because she stops them from doing whatever. So from here, I Soul Burn, push back, everybody gets pushed back, then my Hwayoung's gonna proc, and she literally just one-shot the Karina because of her build on top of having the rage buff for extra damage as well. So from here, I can go ahead and just push up my team. Now I got rage buff and attack buff on my Hwayoung. I can just go ahead and Soul Burn because of the souls I get from the Frida, and then Hwayoung just does the rest. So I let Solly do her thing here. And then we're just gonna Soul Burn and wipe them out. I guess it's a little gear gap that she somewhat survived a bit there, but it's fine. I just bury her up, and then the Politis is gonna do her duel with the Hwayoung, and then the rest is history. So yeah, that's pretty much my showcase for Hwayoung on Guild Wars and RTA. In my opinion, based on my experience, I think the best way to use her is going to be in a cleave situation. You want to build a lot of damage with her, and then you're gonna use openers like Emma Luna, Sea Phantom Politis, Amid, Frida, even you can use C. Lilius. As long as you're putting some more damage on her and you have a way to proc her and push her up or whatever it is, you can use that to your advantage and make her do a lot of damage. I know for Guild Wars, a lot of people use ML Arunka and ML Ilanov in the same defense, so as long as you can take first turn with Luna, just disable all of their passives, let the Hwayoung proc and nuke everybody, then you should be good to go. If you want to add extra damage onto her before she does her S3, you can speed tune her to be a little slower and then let your openers do all the work first. So I think this is like the perfect sweet spot for, you know, where your speed wants to be if you're gonna play a bunch of different openers in the same way that I do. Some weaknesses, of course, you're gonna be susceptible to proccing a green Celine or even a fire Politis or any other unit that procs based on you using a non-attack move, because the only way to activate her is with a non-attack move. So in most circumstances, you will be safe just by using a ML Luna to open up with her so that you can deactivate all their passives. So nothing procs against you while you're trying to proc. If you're the type of guy that likes to use non-attack moves, she's a great addition to that. However, if you are not building super nuke and going YOLO damage to get rid of the enemy team before they can take a turn, you're practically dead. Because like I said, Argent Waves Hwayoung does not have any inbuilt survivability. Her kit is literally just proc into a high defense unit, do lots of damage, soul burn extra damage, and then that's it. Unless you have her stealth, she can just be attacked, one-shotted, and die. Lots of pros and cons to this unit. I think she's quite strong as long as you can formulate a cleave comp well. If you don't, she doesn't do very much, and she's not super broken, like she one-shots everything left and right unless you're doing YOLO damage and, you know, putting in an opener that gives her extra damage on top of that. So yeah, that's gonna be my Hwayoung showcase. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And let me know if you guys want to see any hero showcases for any other characters out there. Anyway, take care. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!